Hey, what's going on, folks? It's Mike here, and welcome back to my D programming language series. Or, well, today is sort of a D programming language video, but it's also going to be talking about the Zeal offline documentation generator. I'm going to use it for D and tell you why this is awesome. So with that said, let's just go ahead and dive in and learn a little bit more about getting some awesome documentation tools for D or other programming languages that you might use. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and head over to the D programming language website here, just as an example here. And I want to give credit where credit is due because I found this on this forum post that I was recently reading here from the following users here who contributed and are sharing the Zeal docset here, which is basically a XML file here that'll help you generate awesome offline documentation using this tool here. So let's go ahead and talk about and get into Zeal, which you can find at well, as linked here, zealdocs.org, which I've got open and ready for you. And again, Zeal is an offline documentation browser for software developers. Now, why do you need this? Why should you prefer this versus searching on the website? Well, first and foremost, I think this is just faster, to be honest. You don't have any latency waiting for the web. And personally, that's one use case of it. So I think I'm going to start using tools like this much more frequently because, you know, I just don't want the latency. And I also want to be able to get related search terms and have them sort of in my context within a window here so I can see other things that are part of a certain library. You know, some of your text editors and so on can be programmed to do this, but again, if you have a second monitor, this is just really nice to use. Now, the other obvious use case of this is when you're traveling. So for someone like me who's often commuting by train or plane, where there's often not Wi-Fi that you can rely on. And anyways, why would you rely on it when you have a faster thing like this? Anyways, so if you know the information that you need and you know it's in the docs like a standard library or your code base, then this is going to be an awesome tool. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. And again, I like to share tools that are available on all platforms, so Windows, Linux, and Mac. This seems to be available for, as well as even I saw FreeBSD. And then again, as far as the Linux distributions, most of them seem to be listed here. So let's go ahead to the downloads here. I'm going to just go ahead and search for Ubuntu, which is your pretty standard install here, sudo apt-get install. And again, as mentioned, you know, you can use your flavor of Linux here. So let's just go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and install. Oops, there we are. I'm going to use sudo here. And we can see here, I think it was about, or is going to be about 66 megabytes or something to install here. I already had it installed, so I'm just reinstalling it for the purpose of this video here. And if you launch it, as simple as just typing in Zeal here, okay? Now, what's really cool about this tool here, and let me go ahead and just show you how to do everything from scratch here. So let's just go to the directions here, the usage, and open up Zeal here. And basically, you're just going to go to Tools and then Docsets. Now, I've got these two set up here. So let me remove these. I just need two example ones here. But again, you've got a bunch available here. So again, you'll likely find some tools that you'd like documentation for, like CMake or C++. Okay, and this is going to be from CPP reference rather. So again, you might want to create your own docset for your own C++ project, or maybe you have prefer some other C++ documentation site for whatever reason. You can check those out. So anyways, there's a lot of the popular frameworks here. I think I saw about 190 or more. And I think there are more on this dash here, okay? But anyways, let's go ahead and get the D1 installed here, and then I'll talk about how to navigate these here. And basically, if you click on this XML file here, where it's hosted, I just need to provide some resource here, a URL. I suppose it could also be a local file here. But I believe that somebody, again, this user has previously packaged up the documentation here in some tarred file, some compressed file here. And this is for D 2.1090. 2.11, of course, just came out. So again, you might want to update these every once in a while. In fact, D has, if you click on the C++ one, you can update here if it's a more recent version available. So that's just a really nice thing, again, with this offline generator. But anyways, let's go ahead and add the D1 here. Again, I've just copy and pasted in that URL here. And it's just going to take a few moments here for it to download. And there we go. You can see behind me that Zeal has added here. Let me just close this window here. C++ and D. And then I've got, well, my CPP reference page or my D language from the library homepage here. All right, now let's go ahead and search for something like algorithm. Now, of course, you can see, and I can zoom in here, this was on the D series, so I should be highlighting D things, although I do a lot of C++. So let's just click down here. And of course, if you don't want all the C++ results, you just do D:, and then you'll get the algorithm results here. Okay, so now I can click through them here. I can look at all the searching ones, and then I've got all my algorithms down at the bottom left that I can kind of click through here and just navigate this page nicely. I can, of course, do Control F here and search for something like, let's look for count, and I can highlight all the counts here, and I can do match case if I want here. So let's do just min count then. And again, that makes it pretty nice here for looking through these examples. So again, this is a really nice tool. I can imagine just taking this window and again, putting it on my second monitor to search for any documentation. Now, the last thing that I'll mention here about Zeal is, again, these docsets here. I haven't generated one of these, but I think it would be interesting to do it if you had your own project. Again, this could be a really nice thing to give to other users of your in your company, especially if you have something internal and just want a nice documentation browser to help users get up to speed. So as far as creating your own docset, or if you wanted to update one that maybe wasn't updated, I can do a quick search here, which I'll pop open. Here it is, like magic. How can I add a custom docset here? Looks like there's a few different guides here. I think folks are following this guide here. This is when I clicked on here. And it looks like you can use tools like Doxygen, which I've covered previously, so you can search my channel for that. But it looks like there's a bunch of other ways to generate these docsets here. So anyways, I guess there's other scripts here for Python. I guess folks have made this. I haven't used these dash tools or any of these, but that might be interesting. If you want to see that in a video later on, please let me know otherwise. But again, it seems like a really, really neat way to generate documentation for your projects, which I did recently for Doxygen. But anyways, there you go. That's Zeal here. Let's see if there's anything else interesting in the usage here otherwise. And let's go ahead and just scroll down here. Again, you got some shortcuts for just quickly doing searches here. Control F or just slash here. Ooh, I like that. That's quick here. I can do Control T and do another search here. Let's open up something here, just some other page here. And that's really nice because then I can flip back and forth between these. And I could use Alt 1, 2, or 3. Again, just to quickly do something. Now let's see if I do Alt 4. Oh, I guess that messed up here. And you do have navigation as well here. So within a tab, just like a browser, you can go back and forth here. Let's see, you can zoom in and out. I'm just using the scroll bar, but you can use Control plus and so on, or Control 0 to get you to default. Let's do that here. Yep, it works here. It's very responsive. As far as other options go in the preferences, it looks like there's a fuzzy search. Let's just try that here. Let's see D, and let's look for any Y here, or any T here is any start. Yeah, I guess that's giving me is any start, not just any here. So that's actually really cool. Is any continue, so any, and then I guess a few keywords or a few letters, and then continue because it hits that T. So that's actually really nice to have that fuzzy search if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. Like if you want to know, does D have iota, but you don't know how to spell it for some reason. Let's see. Oh, I guess it does. Let's try to find something. Levenstein distance. Let's see if I even spell kind of wrong here. I guess you could miss a few keywords here, but yeah, it'll give you something close here with the fuzzy search. That's pretty cool. I'll probably leave that on if I don't know what I'm looking for. And I guess there are other plugins as well that you can integrate Zeal in with, like Vim and Emacs, IntelliJ, Kate, and so on. So really, really nice free tool here. So props to the users who or creators of this tool here. And again, thanks to the folks here. I just want to highlight who otherwise published this tool here. I think it's a really useful thing that I'm going to start using immediately. So anyways, folks, if you enjoyed this lesson, as always, feel free to check out my D programming language series, or C++ or C, and you can use the Zeal docs for any of those languages to help navigate around here. We also have a forum, so feel free to join there in any of the discussions. If you want to talk about the videos, other programming stuff, we are now on Discourse, which is super, super exciting and has been a long time feature request. So anyways, folks, with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're using Zeal. Let me know if you're using other offline documentation generators that I should check out, because I really, really like this one. It's simple, it's fast, it was responsive, And it worked the first time I tried it, so I thought I would share it with you otherwise. So thanks again, folks, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.